We move on to, which is the next one that you went wrong with?
13.
13. Acha, okay. Okay, it says according to passage 1, one result of the current political process for determining how taxes are spent is. So let's close it. What is the result, right? And one result of the current political process for determining how taxes are spent. Okay. Again, a lead word question, right? We don't have line numbers. It's not asking for the central idea. It's not asking for any meaning. So definitely we have to go by these lead words because we don't have any other choice to find out the location, right? Okay. So one result of the current political process for determining how taxes are spent. Okay. Where do we get this? Yeah, I think this part, no, it says the second paragraph. Of course, we have something to say about how much of our income is spent on our behalf by government. We participate in the political process that has resulted in government spending an amount equal to more than 40%. So majority rule is a necessary and desirable expedient. It is, however, very different from the kind of freedom when you have, okay, when you enter the voting booth once a year, you almost always vote for a package rather than for specific items. If you were in the majority, you will at best get both the items you favored and the ones you oppose, but regarded as on balance, less important. Okay. So generally you end up with something different from what you thought you voted for. Achha. What is the idea that you're getting?
That you get, the voters get two things that are basically good and then one that is not good. So it's like on balance.
If you are in the minority, you must conform to the majority vote and wait for your turn to come. When you vote daily in the supermarket, you get precisely what you voted for, and so does everyone else. The ballot box produces conformity without unanimity. Okay. That is why it is desirable to use the ballot box so far as possible only for decisions. Okay. So the income that it's talking about, I mean, what it is talking about is how taxes are spent, is that the government has more funds than it needs to operate efficiently. The government is unable to secure the public's confidence. Voters who are, what about choice A? Is this what we understand? That the government has more funds than it needs to operate? No, right?
Mm,
That's not the
no.
case, no? The government has more funds. More funds. Okay. The government is unable to secure the public's confidence. No, it says conformity. Unable to secure, that's not right. Majority rules, right? Voters who are in the majority tend to be highly satisfied. No, it says this, no? See, the ballot box produces conformity without unanimity. The marketplace, unanimity without conformity. So both are completely different. And look at this. It says if you are in the minority, you must conform to the majority vote and wait for your turn to come. And this part says generally you end up with something different from what you thought you voted for. Right? So the voters are not satisfied, no? Because it's all about majority. Makes sense? Like suppose there are two leaders, leader 1 and leader 2. You are voting for L1. Right? But majority votes for L2. So who will win? L2 will win. Make sense? Now you voted for L1 thinking that L1 is better or L1 is good for power and authority. But because majority has voted for L2, so L2 is going to win. So whatever you thought, I mean, you thought while voting, you are getting something different from that. Make sense?
Yeah,
Shami?
but who is this majority?
Majority is the, people who are voting.
This is
Majority,
just like
minority.
comparing like between candidate 1 and 2, like majority votes for a L2 like that.
Yes, yes, yes. So majority
Oh,
of the people, no, electorate.
yeah.
Okay. Voters rarely get yes, perfectly fine. And you also have a textual evidence for this. See, it says over here very clearly. If you are in the majority, you will at best get both the items you favored and the ones you oppose, but regarded as unbalanced, less important. Look at this. Generally, you end up with something, this sentence. different from what you thought you voted for? Of course, because if you are in the minority, you must conform to the majority vote and wait for your turn to come. Of course, the way I said, like there are two leaders or three leaders. You are voting L1. Why? Because you want L1 to come to power. You think L1 would be a good elected representative of the community or of the society, of the people. But majority vote for L2. Right. So even if you thought or you voted for L1, then also as the outcome or as the result, you get L2 as the leader. Right. So you're not getting what you're exactly wanting. Make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
So D for Delhi should be the answer for question number 13. All right. And we are
Okay.
basically getting a textual evidence also, which is this. Line number 31 to 32. 31 to 32. Okay. Yeah.